Hi, everybody. Welcome to Six Questions with Elena. That's me. And today with us, we have Monik Jones, our fabulous hip hop, African, ballroom sometimes, intro to dance. She does it all. She's a jack of all trades. Monik Jones.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you finally.
You too. I know. I love this. We made it happen.
Yes, we did.
So our first question in our series of 6 is what first drew you to choreographing?
So I would say when true choreography is, I love a storyteller. I love telling stories. I love, visual images and, all of that things. I think even before I was really, really good at dancing, I was always telling stories. And so I think that's what draws me to choreography is, it's just simply storytelling.
That's a good reason to choreograph. That's perfect. So what movement style do you most enjoy teaching and choreographing? It could be one, it could be many.
That's a hard question because I do so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
I do everything except tap. So hats off to Autumn, our fabulous tap teacher. Yeah, I think it depends on what is needing to be told. I love doing African dances because it brings community together, brings everybody together. You get to see so many different ages and stages and ranges of people with that. And so I love to do those kind of pieces. And that's typically what I've been doing at IBC. So shout out to my African dance tribe and my drummers and everybody who's supported me over the years with doing that. And then recently, last fall, I got a chance to do a contemporary piece with, some amazing dancers, 3 amazing dancers I got the chance to work with and tell that kind of story. And so I think it just lends to what I'm feeling that needs to be told and the specific genre that needs to be utilized. So I think that's what makes it. I wouldn't say I have a favorite because sometimes I want to say something with hip hop. Sometimes it's what the style that I'm really teaching in, like I'm feeling like I'm studying in. So this semester at IBC, I'm interested in doing a like Latin salsa fusion hip hop kind of piece.
Yes.
So I think that comes from me just really have been working in the genre of salsa and doing hip hop and just seeing how it can come together, but still have that communal big cast feel where you have lots of different people. And so I have a little trick up my sleeve. I have a little idea that I got while I was on vacation, but that's kind of, so I think that it kind of lends, the story kind of lends what the style is, just like if you're writing a mystery story versus a romance novel or a poem, it kind of I think that's how I look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was an exclusive tidbit that we just got for next semester. That's very exciting. I'm excited.
So come on out and audition.
Yes, I love it.
We're going to be doing a little salsa hip hop.
Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. What are some of the benefits that you've seen teaching in an academic setting versus just kind of like out in studio world? Like what are some benefits you see taking out of junior college or a community college like us?
Well, one of the benefits that I know of, because I preach it and teach it, is that the students really get a chance to see themselves grow in a specific way in 18 weeks, in 16 weeks, in 8 weeks, midterm, in a month that they have, depending on the type of series of the classes being taught. You can really see, like, I did not understand this about, Aisha. And by this many weeks, I truly understand this Aisha. I truly understand what it means to jump out and to really be on in my second demi point. What would happen if I was on point? So I feel like in that way, we give the students a strong sense of accomplishment of what they can do in the short term. Not that you don't do that in the studio, but it's not as it's not codified and it's not as detailed and informed. We're giving you tests and we're giving you movement vocabulary for you to be able to build for a reason. And there is an end goal and an end point. And so that is really, as a learner, that's really a great quality to have. And so that's one of the benefits I can say, but that you have quality and qualified teachers that love you. That's the other great benefit. We are experts at what we do. And so you're getting the best for not a lot of money. I mean, literally,
so cheap.
It's, what I'm saying? If you think about how much it costs to take a class outside of the community college level, and then you think about taking, taking with Teresa, taking with Michelle, taking with, even with Ariel. Do you even know how to find an aerial class in LA? Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So just the importance of the quality that we bring is just, I mean, second to none. And so totally. I always encourage, even, the dancers that I dance with in liturgical and outside of the community college level, a lot of them, they've gone back and come back to school because they understand that what they're going to get. And so I sing our praises because I believe that we are the best and we are providing the best for our students. And so, yes, that's the best benefit for you to be able to, first of all, be able to obtain short-term goals and really know that you're going to know academic and you're going to understand dance intelligence because that's what's being taught. And then second of all, you're going to be knowing that you're being taught by a qualified teacher who cares and wants to see you grow and is going to help you grow.
Yes.
They're dedicated to you and what they are offering you in that class.
Oh, absolutely. 100%, especially our faculty. We got the best in the biz.
We do.
All right, let's get into your piece a little bit. Will you kind of tell us the storyline idea behind your piece, Exploring Brazil?
Well, it was just that I was trying to remember. I traveled to Brazil in 2004 and 2005. And I took my liturgical dance company. We went to Brazil to do some mission trips. And I fell in love with Brazil. I mean, if I were to move to another country, if someone had said, okay, what country would you move to? I would move to Brazil because I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the people, the culture, the food, the richness of like just the kids playing outside, playing soccer outside. I mean, just all of it. I fell in love with that, the language, just all of it. And so this piece was really like my fondest memory, my heart desire of being able to remember my experience in Brazil and then going to do more research about, I didn't get a chance to really get to study a lot of the cultural dances because we were like on tour and doing a lot of different things. But once I got a chance to understand the cultural aspects and how close it is to Afro-Caribbean and Afro-Brazilian, I had studied it, but not as in depth until after I went. And so just being able to see that and have that, and to have that experience with the costumes and the head wraps and just wanting them to have that experience is what the piece was about. I really wanted to have some visual aids with it, but just time constraints. I had given myself a deadline and I didn't meet my deadline. And so I didn't get a chance to get the visuals up there that I wanted for like the background. There's a whole opening montage in the piece where the dancers are just walking through doing different gestures. I wanted to have the video playing that kind of met that soundtrack because it really was like my experience in Brazil. Like everywhere I looked, there was something, a sound, a smell, a sight, a color. It was just, and so I wanted to have that be enveloped with the dancers and with the piece. So that was my only, if I could do a redo, I would have that section in there. So that's the ideal of the piece.
I love it. Will you tell us a little bit about how the costumes and the lights really played into creating the world that you just described?
Yeah, so hats off to we have amazing choreographers, but we have an amazing team of people that bring together. Crystal, I just really sit down and tell her what I need, what I feel, what I ask her actually as a storyteller, like, what do you see it conveying? And then she can give me some adjectives and to make sure that I'm like actually on the right track. So that was a great process. I just wanted it to be vibrant and beautiful. And I wanted to have, I wanted them I wanted it to go somewhere. So it starts and then I wanted to take them somewhere. And so that was the ideal of the lighting. The lighting was progressive on purpose, so they could take you, drive you to drive you to the end of the piece. And then costume wise, our new costume designer, Christina,
full time.
I know she just did amazing. I just sent her some pictures. I didn't get a chance to have like a full on conversation. I sent her some pictures. We did a lot of like things over email, and she just like worked her magic. I came out and I was like, oh my God, this is like phenomenal.
They were so beautiful. Those costumes were so beautiful.
I loved it. And it really brought together the ideal that I had in my head. And so it
Yeah.
really did. And so I have to say, being a choreographer, one of the things that you have to really understand is that it really is a collaborative process.
Yes.
You are the person that helps to write the story and put the dance together, but you do have these fabulous people, your lighting designer, your costumer, you know, your sound engineer. You know, I have a friend, a student of mine, who now works for my company, who does a lot of my mixing and mastering.
Oh, nice.
Since my friend Cruz left me, another story, but okay.
High and dry.
So, you know, it takes a village to kind of put these productions together. And so, you know, over the years, knowing that and just really being appreciative of everybody and the hard work and the details that they put into each of our pieces to make them, you know, it's not like, I mean, some people can just, you know, foam at home, but they really do care about. I remember one time we were trying to find one of the dancers' head wraps and we couldn't find it. And they were like, we'll just cut another one. And so they cut another one for like whatever we did. And then they were like searching for it. Like, we know we have it. And
they really digged through everything to find it.
Exactly. And so that's what I'm saying. They could have just been like, okay, we just use the cut version and whatever. Yeah. But they really care. And that really makes me, you know, very proud to work with a group of people that are really so dedicated at what they do. So yeah, it takes all of those people to bring it together. And I'm just so happy that we have really great qualified people who are with us and with us consistently.
Yeah. The lighting in that piece was, I remember seeing it with the lighting for the first time and I was like, like, you know what I mean? Because we had seen it in the showings, and you know, the run throughs, and it's just not the same. And you see that with the lighting and you're like, there's the piece. She nailed it. It was so
amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was great.
I absolutely loved it. Okay, so final question. Do you have any advice for students who are interested in performing with us at IVC?
Do it. Just take the leap. We are so excited to have you. We are such a little family, and we, you know, if you follow us on Instagram or you see us, you see like we care. We have a good time. We want you to learn and grow in this arena, and we know it's educational. We want you to have a good time, but we want you to feel like you have a family. So I would say just do it. Just come to the auditions, you know, take a leap, be out there and put yourself out there. You will find so much enjoyment in what you're going to be able to do. And come do my piece. I always tell my students, I can cast and work with anybody. If you can meet my time, then I can work with you and make you shine. And I just need you to be willing. And so that's the big thing, is that they just would need to be willing to come and take the leap with us. Come dance with us.
It's not scary, we promise. We're all very nice.
No, it's really not. It's really a really great, safe.
It is
one of the best environments I could say in terms of performance, and being able to have like a full experience in terms of performance, understanding
start to beginning,
like start to finish, audition through tech, through, you know, run through showings, the full example of what it is to, you know, work in a company and to be able to understand like the seriousness of what we're doing and how we're putting it together. So yes, come dance with us. We want
to meet you.
Yes.
All right, Monique, thank you so much for doing this. We appreciate it. We hope everyone enjoys exploring Brazil.
Thank you.